Lee, you don't, but I got to ask. You trust the Cowboys plan after releasing Jaylon Smith?
Yes, I trust the Cowboys plan. It looks like their plan is, since we have an abundance of riches, to go out there and spend it properly. And how are they spending their riches properly? By playing the players that should play. Let's not get into this mindset that Jaylon Smith was just now hijacked by this move. Surprising move because of timing, but not surprising move based on production and personnel. You got to remember, they prioritized his position in the draft. Micah Parsons, anybody know what position he played? Oh, the same position. When they prioritize your position, there's only for two reasons. Either you're about to get paid and they know that you're going to leave, so we got to take care of someone else, get a youngster in here, a rookie, or we need to upgrade right there. And that was a bullseye on Jaylon Smith. My question is, and look, damn it, I started second rounder, I made my way to a starter, went back down to just a guy on the team carrying helmets for Marcus Stroud. And I remember through the highs and lows of my career that once I got into broadcasting, I was going to tell them all my perspective from the highs and the lows. Jaylon Smith, how'd you get so slow so fast? That's the problem. He couldn't play against the run last year, inconsistent at least. And then if you look at him right now, you got to check his cleats, man. He has lost a step. From a guy who lost a step. I know what it looks like. Now, I don't want to get into much conjecture, but I know why I lost a step. I had 3 major surgeries and played through them, signed a deal with the devil. And I played through those surgeries, and it was rewarding. But when it comes to an end, oh, it comes to an end. Life comes at you fast, and the NFL comes at you faster.
Facts.
Now, with Jaylon Smith, I'm just guessing right here that his injury that he came back from, catastrophic injury, that they said he may not even play again, to return to where he returned, amazing. But did he sign a deal, like I signed a deal, that made his fall so fast and furious? This is a situation that surprised me only by the calendar, only by the timing, but not by the production.
So the situation surprises me, and the situation I hate. Cowboys fans, you should hate it as well. And not because you love Jaylon Smith. You should hate the move to release Jaylon Smith because you love Micah Parsons. And Jaylon Smith's release of the Cowboys' release of Jaylon Smith is a huge detriment to Micah Parsons. Let's just have it because it's actually a really good block. I'm interested because, again, on this show,
now you're interested.
Defensive, well, I'm interested to know because you played defensive end. I played inside backer. Micah Parsons has to do both.
Yeah.
No other show are you going to be able to see a defensive end, like inside backer, sitting here talking where you have to do both. My fear cell and Cowboys fans genuinely be concerned. As a defensive end, which I also had to play, so you don't have to familiarize yourself with going backwards.
Oh, you
not
know
very
that.
often.
Nope, not often.
As a defensive end, outside backer is what Micah Parsons is kind of playing. He just gets to rush. He gets to rush. He gets to rush. But as an inside backer, you have to familiar yourself with what's the secondary doing? What's my defensive end? What's my big dog Marcellus Wiley doing? Which way is he stunting?
Okay.
How am I navigating out Marcellus Wiley? Okay, how can I communicate with this guy and that guy? When I watched the Cowboys game again this morning, I was like, bruh, they got so much on Micah Parsons' plate. In their base package with 3 linebackers, he starts with Leighton Vander Esch and Jaylon Smith. In their nickel package, 2 linebackers, he starts with either Jaylon Smith or Leighton Vander Esch. In their dime package, 1 linebacker, he's the sole starter. Dude is out there playing 4 different positions over the course of 1 game. That's just a lot of stress, Sal. That's why I'm concerned.
Well, it's a lot of stress, but from a guy who doesn't get stressed, because I figured out how to get rid of stress. Actually, not even to acquire stress. Don't add it up. Don't connect all of this. See, what you just did, most people do in their life. Something happened on the way to work. Something happened at work. Something happened on the way from work. And then they get home, something is happening there as well. Oh, I had a long day. Oh, I'm so stressed out. Hold on. Those things are independent of each other. Let's take them one at a time. If we got an issue with Acho, we deal with Acho. Then we deal with SFY. What's SFY going to do without Acho? And then Fox is going to deal with SFY. If I got an issue with you, Jaylon Smith, guess what? I'm going to deal with Jaylon Smith. Then I'm going to worry about how it's going to affect the defense, Micah Parsons including. Then I'm going to worry about how it's going to affect the Cowboys. But let's not do it all together and not do anything at all, paralysis by analysis, because we're like, we're going to put too much on Micah Parsons. No, that's not how it goes. Jaylon Smith, let's be real, signed his deal when Ezekiel Elliott was holding out. Let's go back to it.
Smart.
He got paid to sell a story. And the story was being sold to Ezekiel Elliott and Marshall Faulk, his spokesman at the time, basically saying this, may not be enough money for you because, you know, you're a running back. We just paid somebody, and we paid him to sell that story. They were going to release him at the end of the year. You know that. We know that. Follow the money. Now they don't have to pay him his guarantee in terms of injury for his contract going forward if you release him right now. So when you follow the money, you start to see the logic. Like, if we're going to release him then, why not release him now and get off the hook for the guarantees in terms of injury? Okay, that makes sense. Here's a quote from the Dallas Morning News. Thank you, Hella. This is an amazing quote. Man, I hate when I got to do my job. Here's a quote. His exuberant swipes after tackles and his celebrations after small plays in big losses drove fans to distraction.
Fair.
Only reason I hit, I'm about to tear up. I remember when I lost a step. The first thing you try to do is take risks because you're like, I ain't got it. And you think, oh, I'm going to get it by taking a little more of a gamble, roll the dice. Mm-hmm. And you know what happens? You know what reality tells you? Oh, you lost a step for real because now you're not in position to recover. When you messed up before, but you didn't lose a step, you can recover. Hustle and effort can recover and be the ultimate eraser. But when you lose that step and then all of a sudden you don't make that step up mentally, then you got a problem. This was already on full display for the Dallas Cowboys faithful. They were just holding their breath waiting for the offseason. But instead, it came right now. Jaylon Smith, I don't think he's done with football, but he became a situational linebacker at the end of the season last year, basically. Went from every down staple to like, well, you're a liability in the run game and swiping, missing. Do you see the Tampa game? Oh, my God.
Here's my problem.
Come on, Acho. Do your job.
I know. The problem is I do my job too much that it's hard for me to take all of this. Now, to your point, just to show you how much I do my homework.
Let's go.
Go to the 3:51 mark of the first quarter Cowboys-Panthers game. First quarter, 3:51. What I didn't show y'all, what breakdown I just showed you, was two plays. There was a play in between. Jaylon Smith made a tackle after just giving up a 30-yard gain, and you gonna go do all this swipe nonsense.
He did?
Bruh, yes. Yeah. I just didn't show it to y'all. So that Dallas Morning News quote is exactly right. If you want to see the play again, the 3:51 mark of the first quarter versus the Panthers. It is, I pointed it out to Colvin, our producer, pre-show. I'm like, bruh, this is infuriating. You just gave up a 30-yard play and you swiping. I get that. Here's what I don't get. I didn't want to go here, but here's what I don't get.
Why not?
If you're Jaylon Smith, you're third on the team in tackles, and you've only played 56% of the snaps. Micah Parsons has played 74% of the snaps. Leighton Vander Esch has played 51% of the snaps. But you got more tackles than Vander Esch and Parsons. It's not all about tackles. I played inside back, or I promise y'all it's not.
Yeah.
But if you're Jaylon Smith, you're looking at Micah Parsons, and you're like, wait a second, big dog. That play Acho just showed, you watched it in linebacker room. And you're like, Micah Parsons, what the heck you doing in my zone? You just gave up a 30-yard gain. If you're Jaylon Smith, you just watched the second play I showed in the linebacker meeting room with Leighton Vander Esch and Micah Parsons, and you said to yourself, Parsons, bruh, you the Mike backer on that play. You just gave up the touchdown to Sam Darnold. Meanwhile, the whole world is going to see Micah Parsons make a great pass rush move, get a sack, and act as if Micah Parsons can do no wrong. If you're Jaylon Smith, you went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, the last year that was not affected by COVID. You watching this rookie who can't cover either. He can rush the heck out of the quarterback, but I promise y'all, if I have time and if y'all do, I will show y'all the entire game, and I went through the whole Panthers game, and Micah Parsons, as a drop linebacker, can't cover. Not his fault. He's just not really good at it. Incredibly athletic. Probably most athletic linebacker in the league, but he can't cover. So if you Jaylon Sell, you looking like the only reason I'm not playing is because this dude is a first-round pick. I don't fully disagree. What do I mean by that?
What are we talking?
If Micah Parsons was not a first-round pick, he would play in pass rush situations on third down, and he would be an exclusive pass rusher. Because Micah Parsons is a first-round pick, he's playing 97% of the snaps last game. Micah Parsons, in coverage, he's not as good as Vander Esch. In zone coverage, he doesn't have the feel. He doesn't have the feel just yet.
No disagreement.
Jaylon Smith, he's lost a step. He absolutely has. But if you, Jaylon, you're like, wait, what's going on here? But let me get back to the point, and I'm going to shut up. What I look at it, Sell, as a Cowboys is, you know that game of Jenga? You got all these blocks. Y'all know that game, Jenga, you stack up all the blocks. You don't know in Jenga what block is actually holding the whole board together.
Oh, you must know how to play.
You don't know. Now, you might, but most people, they just play the game, they pull blocks here and there.
Yeah.
If I'm the Cowboys, I don't know what block in this game of Jenga that Jaylon Smith is. He might just be the base. He might be the top that won't affect anything. But y'all building a beautiful board in these last 3 games. So why would I pull anything? When I'm baking a cake, that pinch of salt might have done nothing. That teaspoon of vanilla extract might mean nothing. That second egg might be completely irrelevant. But if the cake tastes amazing and what the Cowboys have baked the last 3 games is phenomenal, why remove the pinch of salt? It might not help, but it might be the difference. Jaylon Smith is not a great backer, but he's a great leader. At least he's a hype man. So that's why I'm just like, bruh.
Flavor Flav on the defense.
Why do it? Like, why make the move?
You and Dez Bryant, respect to Dez, too, especially for your comments of late, Dez. I'll support you, brother. Stay strong. You and Dez scared.
About what?
Jenga? Jenga, please. Like, both of y'all out here. Hey, if you're not good enough, we're going to find somebody else who is. Now, do not compare Micah Parsons and his tackles to Jaylon Smith and his tackles. One, you play DN. You're never going to have as many tackles as linebacker.
No.
And you play hybrid. No.
And this last game, Micah played stack backer more than Jaylon.
Look, I know, but he's been hybrid. He's also played more DN.
Correct.
And we haven't seen any from Jaylon, so that's unfair. Look, the game, this is so crazy. I'm so glad I have a son. I wanted all boys. I can't lie. And I was like, look, give me 5 boys. One of them going to go to the league. You know what I mean? I'm just that guy. My ego was saying that. Now I'm glad I just got one. Because now I can just talk directly to one. Me and you, bro, I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do in school, in life, in sports, etc. And you're going to do what you want to do, because I understand that. You're your own person. But if he asks me about football, and he hasn't just yet, he doesn't like tackle football. Thank you, son. Right now, you're 6 years old. You can't play anyway. But if he asks me something, and he's going to say, Daddy, so how can I be good at football? I'm going to say, oh, it's easy. Speed kills. What other mantra kills? He hits hard. He hits hard kills? No. He's good in coverage. He's good in coverage kills? No. Speed kills. Once you lose your speed, bruh, you might as well come up here and do the C block and do the prompter. It's going to happen fast. Jaylon Smith is peacocking. And it's okay to peacock, but you peacock for a reason. You get real bright off them little plays for a reason. I remember doing it my damn self. Here's what peacocking means. Something men, let's just say players, do in order to highlight their strong points to stand out from their competition. Jaylon Smith's competition has shifted from being the opponent with a different color on to his own teammate. Look at that picture up there. Can we show that picture again? This is, man, look. Look at the eye contact you're getting from Jaylon Smith to Micah Parsons. And look at Micah Parsons. Where the picture at? We got the picture? Y'all, picture perfect? I painted a perfect picture? Y'all can't show it right here? Oh, y'all can't? All right, whatever. I ain't the picture. Anyway, it was the big board picture. Y'all rewind it like you got to do, watch your play. Point being, you can see already the dynamic has shifted, and the dynamic has affected Jaylon Smith. If I'm about to get rid of him anyway, why not get rid of him now and save myself some money, $9 million going forward? Find that picture, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it'll make it all make sense.